Rebecca works closely with the public as a community pharmacist, and Mark is a pharmacist in a GP practice in Northern Ireland. So, Mark, you have decided to go into an area of pharmacy that has really emerged over the past couple of years. For those of you who maybe aren't aware that pharmacists can work in a GP surgery setting, tell us a little bit about what your role entails.
Well, in a basic day, what I would get up to, it'd be mostly hospital letters and checking out the acute prescription list. I would action all the hospital letters first, so that involves going through their discharge letters and making sure their medication adds up against what they're currently on the GP system. There'll of course be a couple of changes, and you want to action that and make sure that the drugs they are going to be prescribed are appropriate for the indication and that they're cost effective. And we would follow a Northern Ireland formulary, and this gives us just a bit of guidance, like what would be the top line drug, what would be the second line. After that, I would go through the acute prescription list. So that involves just reauthorising any drugs that are currently on people's records.
So you're keeping it in the family. I
Yes,
believe your
keep
mum,
it in the family.
she also works in a GP surgery pharmacy sector. So was that a massive influence in your life growing up that you wanted to follow in your mum's footsteps into this career?
Definitely. Well, growing up, I always listened to her speak so passionately about her career, and she always was very positive about it and wanted to progress not just herself, but pharmacy as a whole. I would often like visiting her in the chemist, and I'd be wondering sort of what's all these drugs about and what is it you get up to. But she always wanted me to sort of find my own way through pharmacy, so she always said, go down a path that's going to make you happy. So I started off in community, and then when I seen the job come up in GP surgery, I thought, well, there's a new challenge, so I'll jump to that.
And you love it?
And I love it, I have to say.
So what is the most rewarding thing about being a pharmacist for you?
Well, whatever sector you're in, I always think it's pleasing to help patients. At the end of the day, you want to have a positive outcome on their life, and whether it is a bit of counselling or they're just asking a bit of queries about personal issues, it's nice to be able to calm them down and give them a bit of positive reinforcement that what they're doing is right, or to give them a bit of advice about anything it is that they need.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely to
Yes,
hear a
no
little bit of
bother.
an insight into your job. And you two know each other, don't you?
Yes.
You went
Yes,
to
we're the
university
same, yeah.
together. And I know Rebecca, in other lives, I normally see you
Yes.
strutting your stuff on a catwalk in one of my fashion shows. But when people traditionally think of a pharmacist, they think of someone in a white coat in their local pharmacy. And that is you. They walk in and see you doing that job. So tell us a little bit about being a community pharmacist.
Well, we don't wear white coats anymore, as far as I know.
Are you as glam as this?
Well, maybe not the heels. This is just for today, Rebecca. But being a community pharmacist to me is so rewarding. I'm so passionate about my career. You know, I have a lot of other things that I do, including the modelling. I own my own business, you know, former Miss Ireland. And, you know, I've always said that pharmacy is my #1 priority. The thing about being a community pharmacist to me is I get to interact and help everyone in my local community. And, you know, when the pandemic hit, it was, you know, just life-changing for everyone. And the thing that got me through it is that I know that I was there for everyone, you know, in my local community to help them. And now, actually, one of my main roles is that I give out COVID vaccines, which is like such an amazing achievement for community pharmacy to be able to assist in the rollout. And I just feel, you know, so passionate about helping my community, you know, get out of this terrible situation that we have been in. So very proud to be a community pharmacist.
Well, we're delighted to have you here today after a day of administering the vaccine. I know that you've mentioned a couple of your passions outside of pharmacy, but do you feel like this role and this particular career choice allows you sufficient time to be able to explore all of those different avenues and get that good work-life balance?
Well, I would probably be a perfect example of someone who wants it all, and who tries to juggle a lot in my life. I'm very lucky that with community pharmacy and the pharmacy that I work for, my boss is very flexible for me, and knows how much that I do outside of work. So, you know, you do have that flexibility in community pharmacy, I find. So at the minute I actually work part-time. I work 4 days a week, and that allows me to pursue my other interests and other things that I like to do. So I've just always juggled my crazy life, and, you know, pharmacy is very fast-paced. And, you know, it takes a certain type of person, you know, to deal with that. But at the same time, it's very rewarding. So it's worth it.
You're a great role model, and there'll be lots of girls in school watching this now thinking, if Rebecca can do it all, then you're something really to look towards. If you could say anything to them right now about picking a career in pharmacy and why they should do it, what would you say?
I would say that you have to be very dedicated. It is a hard course, and it's not an easy job. You do have a lot of responsibility. But if you are interested in doing, you know, something medical, you know, I toyed with the idea of doing medicine and also maybe dentistry, nursing, etc. And I feel that pharmacy was just the right choice for me. So if you're thinking about a career in pharmacy, I'm always available to answer any questions. If you want to follow me on Instagram at Rebecca Maguire,
Always
you can do
plug.
that.
Do it.
And you know, just if you feel it's right for you, just go for it. And if it's meant for you, it won't pass you by.
I love that. Thank you so much to the two of you for sharing your experiences and being here with us today. And good luck with everything you're moving forward to do.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.